Renee, thanks for coming
Hi.
in today.
Hi, yes.
How have you been doing? Tell me what's been going on.
I've just been feeling really down recently. It's like I don't want to do anything. Kind of feels like nothing matters almost. It's like I don't really care about anything.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. If you were to rate how the heaviest you felt all week on a scale of 0 to 10, where does today kind of lie for you?
Probably like an 8. It's like, yeah, it's like what I said, like feels like nothing really matters.
Okay, sounds like that's been a lot to carry. I'm glad you're here. Sometimes when we have certain thoughts, it puts us into this cycle, right? So here you'll see on my paper, our thoughts tend to influence our feelings and then our behaviors. So I heard the thought you said was nothing really matters. What feeling do you have when you start thinking nothing really matters?
I guess like not really any, like empty.
It's kind of an emptiness.
Yeah.
Okay. And then behaviors. What do you notice either yourself doing or not doing in those times?
I guess I don't really do a lot. I feel like I don't really do my homework. I am waking up every morning. I don't do my chores. I just don't, I don't do anything.
You find it really hard to accomplish any tasks that you either had for yourself or maybe somebody else had for you. Okay. Okay. So sometimes it helps if we take a step back from our thoughts and we distance ourselves a little bit. So I wonder if instead of you thinking that you're saying to yourself, nothing matters, if we could make your depression have its own voice, not Renee's voice, but a different voice. If you could think of a personality or a character or something that reminds you of kind of what your depression feels like.
Maybe Eeyore.
Eeyore from Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh? What makes you kind of think of Eeyore?
He kind of just mopes around and doesn't really do a whole lot. He's kind of just sad all the time.
He's got that demeanor of nobody loves me, nobody wants to be here. Okay, so that's what your depression sounds like to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on your paper, I'd like you to make two columns, okay? And on the left, I want you to, that's what depression is saying. So that's what Eeyore is saying to you, okay? So that thought I heard you say is nothing matters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, write that down. Any other thoughts pop out to you that are kind of loud like that?
Maybe like, what's the point?
Okay. Okay, so now remember that's Eeyore saying that, that's not you,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So in the next column, in the right column, this is what you are saying back. So pretend you're talking to Eeyore. Even if you don't believe it 100%, even if you only believe it 10%, what are some things you could say back to Eeyore's thought of nothing matters?
Maybe it's like, it won't always feel this way.
Okay.
Or
what was the second one Eeyore said?
Or what's the point?
What's the point?
Maybe there are people who love me.
Okay. So right now this might not feel super believable for you, but you were still able to come up with these. So it tells me that you've got it in there. You know that it's even a possibility, even if you're not feeling it 100% right now.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that maybe after today I would encourage you to do is when you notice that Eeyore voice being very loud, remember that's your depression talking. That's not you. And you want to look for those things that Renee might say to kind of combat that voice. You think you could try that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So another thing that depression does is it kind of plays tricks on us. It makes us think that we need to feel better and in order to do things and to accomplish things, right? So I heard you saying like it's really hard to accomplish anything right now. And probably maybe in your mind you're like, well, if these thoughts or these feelings pass, I'll be able to do more. Yeah. The interesting thing is research actually shows that by doing more, by actually activating that behavioral piece of the triangle, we trick our brains into feeling better and having more positive feelings. So there's another triangle that shows that action gives us a mood shift that then gives us a thought shift. Okay? So again, all three are tied together, but we're going to put action at the top of this one. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to think about some things that you haven't been doing lately, but that you enjoy doing.
I like to paint.
Okay, what kinds of things do you like to paint?
I do like landscapes and sunsets and yeah, just basically background stuff.
Awesome. How long has it been since you've been able to do that?
A few months.
Okay. Kind of not feeling inspired or
Yeah.
motivated to do that? Okay. What else besides painting? Even small stuff.
I mean, I like walking my dog and listening to music.
Okay. Okay. So if we had to say between painting, going for a walk with your dog, and listening to music, which one takes some minimal effort? Maybe like a 3 out of 10 on the effort scale.
Maybe walking my dog.
Okay. Okay. So I wonder how you feel about making that your action step to take.
Yeah, okay.
So realistically, if you were to walk your dog, how many days a week would you like to do that?
Maybe like 5 days for like every day after school.
Okay, great. And what time do you get home from school?
2:30.
So would you have a ideal time you'd like to go walk your dog?
Maybe 3:30 or 4.
Okay. So 5 days a week, between 3:30 and 4, you'll take your dog for a walk.
Okay.
Okay. Listening to music, is that pretty, did you not pick that one because it's not a whole lot of effort on your part? You just like press play and you can listen to your songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But that's something you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if we can tie listening to music to your walks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you were to take your dog on that walk 5 days a week, about how many songs would you like to get through?
Maybe like 5. 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay, 4 or 5. Okay. And if you're having a good day and you get through 6 or 7, that works too. You can just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All right. So I'd like you to, on your paper there, write down your goal that you're setting for the week. So for 5 days a week, preferably on those school days, maybe because the routine is there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to walk your dog between 3:30 and 4 and listen to 4 or 5 songs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How difficult does that sound for you right now?
Maybe like a 5 out of 10.
Okay. How's your willingness to try that though?
Probably like right now like a 3 or a 2.
Okay. Okay. I wonder if it could just be an experiment. We don't have to think about it as motivation. We can just think about it as an experiment. And you and I can run an experiment this week.
Okay.
And possibly even keep a little log, either on your phone or in a journal, and your mood before you go on the walk. You could rate it that 0 to 10, with 10 being the best mood you've ever had, 0 being the worst mood you've ever had, and then after your walk. And then even if we see a small increase in your rating after your walk, what would that show you?
That I can do things that I didn't think that I was motivated enough to do.
Yeah, yeah. And I wonder if each day we could even put it on a chart and see if it gets higher, if our line is going up. And if
Okay.
not, and if we're staying status quo, then maybe we'll think of something else. But
Okay.
think you can try that?
Yeah.
All right, so to summarize, we're going to try the Eeyore voice, thinking of it that way, and try to kind of combat some of those negative thoughts. And then you're going to try this behavioral activation piece of walking your dog about 5 days this week.
Okay.
Sounds good, and we'll check in next week.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Renee.